So, welcome back everyone to the channel. I am very excited about the car that I'm currently driving because it's been a long time since I was waiting for this car to come out, to see it, but also to drive it. So I'm very glad that I can review this car today and show it to all of you. So the car that I'm currently driving is the brand new Dacia Spring. So the 2021 model and the long expected, very low budget electric car. So low budget, this car costs only 16,990 euros in Belgium, which is very low budget for an electric car, and also a car with 4 seats. Yeah, 4 seats. So I mean, this is the perfect city car that you want if you want to buy an electric car right now. It's very cool. I have to admit that I did some kilometers right now and I really like it. This is definitely not comparable to any other electric vehicle at this moment, in my opinion, because it's yeah, first of all, low budget. Second of all, it doesn't have any sporty prestations, but that's the good thing about this car. So it has a 27.4 kilowatt-hour battery, and you can charge it up to 30 kilowatts. Okay, so just a little bit of numbers, but the thing is, as you don't have that sportive drivability, and I mean, I could do, yeah, I will show you. So standing still, I will do a 0 to 50. Decent, but it's more than enough to drive in the city center, and that's my whole point. And that's also, I can't talk anymore, but that's also the point that Dacia wanted to make, I guess, is to have a car for city driving with a range of announced 230 kilometers. Now I can tell you that 200 kilometers are realistic. So you can do 200 kilometers in the city center when you drive normally. It's perfectly handleable. And I mean, when we talk about low budget, we're not just talking about the 17,000 euros to buy the car. We also talk about taxes in Belgium, because you don't have any tax to pay. That's great. So let's talk a little bit more about the exterior of this Dacia Spring. So first of all, as you can see, or that's my opinion, it's a mix of a Dacia Duster and a Dacia Sandero. So this one is in grey with actually some cool wheels, and as you can see, it has those plastic wheel arches, which make it more like a small SUV kind of thing, which is pretty cool. So we have a nice grille over here, as you can see, and then also those nice LEDs, frog lights, which I actually really like. Makes the car a little bit sportive. Then of course, as you can see, it's a little bit higher because it's a small SUV. When you look at the interior of the car, we see a little bit of blue accents, but I will talk a little bit more of that in a few bits, so just a sneak peek.
At the rear of the car, it's basically again a mix of a Duster and Sandero, but it's the Spring with this little button to open the trunk. Now, as you can see, it's not a big trunk, but it's not a small one. I mean, it's a decent one. You have a lot of space, and more than enough space for a city car, because that's what it's meant for. So you can go to the grocery store and those things. If we look at the side of the car, a few interesting things. So first of all, this trim over here with the mention of electric, because this is an electric car. Yes, it is. 100% electric. So yeah, again, a little look about the exterior, and honestly, I really like it. Another interesting thing that you might want to know is how to charge the car. So actually you have two buttons over here. One is for the open to front, and the other one is to open the charge space, so where you can plug your charge cable. And actually it's at the front of the car, so not at the side as in other brands. You have to open the grille, well, lift it up actually, like this, and there it is. There you can plug your charge cable. So actually that's pretty bizarre and not comparable to any other brand. And if we look under the hood, yeah, basically what we see is only electrical stuff. So I'm not an electrician, so I'm not sure I can tell more about this, but it's pretty cool to see, and everything is open, so you can see my foot over here. Cuckoo! So yeah, again, that's for the price. So I am now at the inside of the car, and let's first take a look at this cool instrumental. So a few things. At the left you can see the power you use when you drive. Where I'm pointing right now is the battery percentage and yeah, how much kilometers the car has. At the right you have basically your consumption, so how many blocks are left means how much kilometers you can still do. Then over here, the blue accents where I was talking about, and a very basic multimedia screen where I have the radio, and I even have navigation in this, Bluetooth. So it's not very responsive, but I mean, I have everything I need. I even have the GPS, so, and that's the optional package for the car that costs 17,990 euros. So you only have one option, which is basically this one. For 1,000 euros you have everything you can have, so that's cool. Then when we look a bit lower, then you can see it's like any other car. So the windows open and closing is over here. I can close the doors. I have my 4 blinkers. And yeah, so basically you have everything you need in this car, and that's my whole point. For the price you pay, you have everything. The last important thing is how to drive. So I'm now standing in neutral, drive or rear. So when you start the car you can switch this button to basically just drive forward or in reverse. We have a manual handbrake, which is pretty cool also. We can still have some handbrake fun. And those are again the blue accents I was talking about. So let's check how it drives, guys.
Now, are there negative points about this car? Yes, there are probably a lot of negative points, but in my opinion you have to be realistic on the quality and the budget. So for example, if we talk about the seats, we could say yeah, they are plastic, it's not real leather. Okay, that's true, but if you want real leather you won't have the car for 70,000 euros, so who's complaining then? So that's what I mean. What I mean when we say that we have to be realistic with this type of car. Honestly, there's one thing that's a bit strange in my opinion, but I could get used to it when I drive it more, is the steering wheel. It's very, very, very soft. I can really, I can do it with my pink. I can drive with my pink, no problem at all. So that's a bit strange, but anything else, I mean, the buttons are plastic, but they are also plastic on other cars, so that's not a problem at all. They could maybe do a better job on their software. It's a bit slow, it's older dated, but again, yeah, it's for the price. But I mean, we're in 2021, so they could maybe add 500 euros to their price and have a better software system, for example. But yeah, that's my point of view. Drivability of the car is really good. The suspension is good, the brakes are really good. Yeah, I just said it, the brakes are good. But yeah, it's honestly, it's a decent car for the price it is. One negative point that I would like to mention is the height of the seats. I am 1.83 m and I cannot lower the seat, so I'm sitting very high, which is comfortable for someone who's probably 50 or 60 years old. No offense, but then you are sitting really comfortable. But yeah, maybe it's just me that's used to sit in lower cars, but it feels a little bit strange, but okay. I could get used to it. I don't know if you can hear it, but the car is making a noise during the whole time that you drive. It was annoying me at the beginning, but actually, for safety reasons, I really love it, because I'm driving now in a very small road near to a wood, and there are normally a lot of bicycles or just people who are walking over here. So for safety reasons, they would hear me, and that is pretty good. The thing is, what's really funny about this car is when you put it in reverse. So I will put it in reverse, and I hope you can hear it, but so it's making a noise the whole time, and I'm feeling like I'm driving a truck because a truck has that same noise, again for safety reasons. So I mean, when we talk about safety on this car, they really have done a huge, massive, perfect thing in my opinion, because yeah, I don't know any other car who has that noise when driving in reverse. When you drive normally, they all have kind of a electric noise, whether it's the Mini or Porsches or whatever. So that's kind of normal. So if you would ask me how much I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I will give you my number, but knowing again that it's a realistic number. So talking about the price, the quality of the car, so everything combined, I'm rating it in 8.5, because it's just a very good car. And honestly, for all the people who don't have a company but who are looking for an electric car that's affordable, this is it, guys. Go to your local Dacia dealer, ask them, drive it, you will be convinced, honestly. Massive thanks to Garage Renault Dekeyser, which is my local dealer for Renault and Dacia. I am very glad that they gave me the chance to test this car, and honestly I really enjoyed it. So I hope you also enjoyed it. If you have any questions about this car, don't hesitate to message me. I will try to answer. Thanks for watching, guys, and I see you soon. Bye.